Hello everyone. We're doing a dev stream. I before I can build this map, I gotta figure out why my cactus keeps going inside the imports instead of the mapping. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Oh. I want to drink real quick. Where'd my chat go? Why does that always happen? There we go. Why did that fall out of my phone? Trying to get my headphones. This is probably low. Looks like it's dead. Oh, no, okay, it's not low. Let's get 51%. Sweet. Also, that is not gonna work. I gotta move this shit over. This overlay is in the wrong spot. Still, I'm not in full screen. Um, scoot this down. Move this over here. Move this over here. Turn this back on. Problem solved. Now, hide this. Why do the assets keep going into the wrong folder? It's really strange. I clearly have the mapping. I could select stuff, but it always goes to the collection that I don't want it to go to. Why? It is so fucking strange. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. Oh, I made it full screen. There you go. Oh, it's not showing up anyways. I think I have it hidden. Hang on. Yeah, I gotta fix the scale. Transform. Transform. There we go. Alright. Blender. Exit library won't put object into selected. What are you doing here, Frank? I already gave you attention. What do you want? Huh? Come here. Come on. You're so spoiled. Yeah, you fucking spoiled little kitty. Maybe I could just like overwrite it. What if I like drag and drop into? So I dropped it into this. Will it actually like? Okay, now it works. Interesting. Okay. So I gotta get it started. I think at the start, jump start it. That's really awkward. I don't think you're such a good boy. Yes, you're such a good kitty. Yes, you're so cute. You're so cutie. Little baby. Ah, shit, I think I need to move my chat again. Well, why'd you pester me? What the heck? You can't make up his mind. What do you want? I ain't going upstairs. You ain't getting no food, fatty. He eats so much he'll throw up. He's a weirdo. I don't know why he does that. Why did it put it in the air? It doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. I need to, because I'm in I'm in a different window. This is kind of making it hard to see things. So this off, and then turn this back on. Much better. Okay. Actually, I take it back. I might be able to undo this. Nope. Hey, there we go. I don't have to close. I found a secret. Secret. I don't need to close windows out. I don't need to close see-through windows out anymore. I found out how to fix it now. All I gotta do is select OBS first, and then make sure I target the sub window, and it works. Oh, but it glitches out though. And so I gotta redo it for all of them. Looks like. Okay, never mind. It's bugged. I have to turn it on and off again. Otherwise, it won't stay on top. There we go. Never mind. I gotta look up one more thing. I gotta look up how to change the naming convention for Blender. Edit battery name. There's a hotkey for that. Control F2. Okay, that works. I just need to we need to find the dot and remove the dot and add a dash, or just remove the dot altogether. That's acceptable. The numbers are fine. So 001, 002, fine, I don't care. I can live with that. What are you doing, Fantail? He's on the staircase, he's just staring at the kitchen. He wants food. Yeah, you want food. You big old hungry kitty. Awesome. I just got a message from my nephew. They got the bike working. Yeah. Gave my dad my old e-bike because it just couldn't get as far as I needed it to go. It had an alternator on it though, which is pretty cool. It would manually charge itself all that. Because I ran it dead. I went to go vote on it. I ran that fucker dead. It was out of juice. And somehow it got enough power just out of nowhere to get me back. Because it turned off. It ran out. It actually shut down. That thing has to have an alternator on it. There's no way it couldn't. Because you can't just magically get an extra 4 miles worth of fucking battery out of nowhere. Come on, damn it. Stop it! This phone. I am struggling right now. I feel like the phone version of websites runs like shit compared to the desktop version. It's always trying to rescale and like adjust the user interface, and it's really annoying. And definitely gonna have to UV wrap this tunnel because I'm doing decals in Blender now, and there's a good chance that that's not gonna work. Because if I place a decal in here, It might put it somewhere it doesn't belong. Hey, MHL, what's up? So complete. I don't want it incompleted. I'm just trying to just working on a Blender here. Wait, why did it delete it? What the fuck? I think I'm gonna have to make an asset library because this is fucking Willy Wonkus. Look at that. It's like the way Blender is doing this is it's creating. It's like the collections and the asset library are conjoined. I don't know, man. That place is dangerous. You got friggin' rivers of chocolate that you can drown in. Oh, and giant propeller blades that chop you into little bits. Alright, we're just going to make an asset library because this just gets stupid. Oh, those things are scary. I hate watching those. They're scary. They're spooky and they're scary. Box as well. Screwed up. Jeez. Shit. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty boring. I don't even remember what the thumbnail was. I don't know. Did I fucking screw this episode up? Okay, now I got it. Okay, it's fine. Negative. There we go. And then, since this is an asset library, I'm going to take... We're just going to delete all of these. We don't need any of these. And there's not many objects for this particular map asset library, so I'm not going to categorize them. We're just going to stick them in there. Let's save. We'll take this Margaret's asset. There it goes. Bam. Done. Now we got to do this for every single object. We got to append all of them. Before I append them, I'm going to open them up and make sure everything is named correctly. So I guess we're just going to change scenes here on OBS. I'm struggling. Here we go. I don't know what those are. I will be right back. 1 second. Oh, custom modifiers. Okay. It's okay, I get what it is. It's just custom nodes, I guess. Let me see. Eh. Mm. Alright, yeah, I need to. Where's my tape go? I guess I don't need tape. Alright, sorry about it. I got super distracted there. As might be. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta get everything straightened out. After this stream, I gotta fold my clothes. I might just do that when I go to bed. I gotta get everything sorted out. I like to have all my ducks in a row before the day I gotta go to work. Got another long 5 days ahead of me. I gotta do a test bike ride Saturday. Yeah, I'll see if I'm gonna just try and go to my other job Saturday, see if I get extra 4 hours in or something. Oh yeah, the big root needs editing. There is some problems that I'm seeing. I gotta bring this up because this is I just need to leave this here in the corner. There we go. Oh, nope. Hang on, everybody. Nope. There we go. Alright, we're back. So this is the wrong name. This needs, I want to make it go.compatible. So it should be big root mesh like this. This phone is such a pain in the ass. Stop! I'm sitting at the desktop mode. This. Alrighty then. So that's done. The texture's fine. It shouldn't have to change any of that. The origin point is I like the origin point because it's a root. It should be underground, but I can always adjust the height if needed. So I think this is fine. We're gonna go ahead and save this. That's done. Oh, okay, that freaked me out. I went black screen again. That's done. Next one, Boulder. Of course, it did not update. I gotta manually update it every time. Boulder mesh is wrong. I mean, Boulder name is wrong. We're gonna hit and save, and we are done with that one. Oh, actually, while I'm here, I can delete those all these extra Blender ignore files. We don't need those. We can actually delete these. I'm just deleting files. You're not missing nothing important. It's just I'm deleting go.import files, and that's about it. That's all. And the false GD ignore thing, I'm deleting that too because that doesn't even do anything. I didn't know it had to be literally nameless. I thought it had to have a name. Alright, next object. We have canyon grass. That's not That's just a texture. I can't do anything with that. At least not yet. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to make several assets from the plant plane. So we gotta import the plant plane twice and apply two textures twice to two different plant planes. I mean, that's if we want to import with textures, but it's going to import it wrong. It's always going to make it metallic, which basically seems pointless to even bother. But it looked nice while mapping. I could see the full picture. So I guess we'll do it that way. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm probably going to import it with no material, though. We'll just have to put the textures on it. It's such a pain in the ass, though. So I'd have to reapply every single texture. Unless I use a script. Could do a tool script. Get a global. I could do a global tool script that just like says, get rid of all material metallic shaders. I don't know. We'll deal with that when we get to that. Alright, now we're in the cave rock. I gotta delete some of these files real quick. Exports. There we go. Alright, we're working on it now. We gotta open the cave rock, make sure this is correct. It is not correct because I got confused about snake case. Files are lowercase, nodes are uppercase, and that's how that works. No spaces. As far as I know, you don't use spaces. There are no spaces. Because I'm using window capture right now. That's probably why I have to keep switching it over and over and over and over. Is there another option? There really isn't. There's just window capture, and yeah, none of those would work. This is the only option as far as I tell. I can set the changes on this. Let me see. Match title. Window title must match. Match title, otherwise find window of same type. Window title must match. Oh, okay, no, we definitely don't want that. Yeah, I don't know. Those all seem iffy. Anyways, we're here now. Cave rock. Save. Alright, we're done with that. Dust dirt. This should just be textures. Yep. It's just decals. Got two different colors. Technically, I only need the black and white, because then I could just put my own color on it. Ground rocks. This is one I actually have to open up. Again, if you don't see any changes on screen, it's because I'm just deleting files. I'm deleting import files. This is the project folder. There should be no import files. It's such a tiny little pebble. It's so small. This actually looks bigger on screen. That's because I zoomed in. This is actually a small little pebble. These are supposed to be a prefab, so I'm going to, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a, I don't know, I just make noises. They're fun to do. I'm just being silly. But yeah, I gotta prefab this in Blender, so I gotta make an asset that's a bunch of these together. I forgot how to do that. There's a way to do it. I just forgot how. I'm not exporting. I'm just renaming. What am I doing? All right, that's done. Next we got the hoodoo. You do got the voodoo. Hoodoo rock. I love it. It's such a cool name for a rock. You do hoodoo. Got the voodoo, voodoo. Man with the power. Such a great song. Freaking WOAH hates that song. It's fucking hilarious. The man with the power. It's awesome. Oh my god. Kind of want to listen to that song now. I might. Very tempted. That is not the hoodoo. Ah, there's the hoodoo. Alright, we got the hoodoo rock is here. This thing's enormous. It doesn't look big, but this thing's big. When I was building the map, I was looking up canyon and savanna and desert biomes. I was looking up the names of all the different rock formations, at least the ones I wanted. Not all of them. I mean, I looked at a lot, but there were specific ones I had in mind, and this is one of them. So the hoodoo is its actual name. I think what it is, it's like an arch that broke off or something like that. It's been a while since I looked at it, at the entry for it. Alright, that should be done. We'll close that out. And then a little root. Now, once these are in the asset library Blender file scene thing, once I get all these loaded in and they're all inside the asset thing, I can save it. Then we go to the map, and then we can add the asset library scene to the asset library path. And that should allow me to have more control over where I put the assets without it having a freaking baby. Alright. Bam. Done. Now we can go and start appending things. Alright, so we'll go to append and just back all the way out to big root, object, big root mesh append. There we go. That's our next object. We just move it into position because I like to be organized. This will be -9, and then on the x 0.5. It's going to overhang a little bit, but I guess I could give it a whole block. You know what? We'll do that. We'll give it a whole square of its own. -8, and then actually negative 8's fine. It's not centered, but it takes up the square, even though it's not centered. We will leave it there. I think that's fine. Okay, I pinned another one. So just back all the way out. Boulder. Hi, Spears! Get the boulder mesh. Okay, wow, this thing is fucking enormous. Gosh dang. This needs a whole... Yeah, it's negative 25, or no. 2 point... Okay, what's going on? There we go. And then... hey, I'll be right back. I hear the garbage can moving, and that sounds like a problem. They're not picking it up, man. No, I'm back. I'll just be right there. Let's see, boulder, candy grass, Cave rock. Jeez, this thing's big too. That might be too big. That's enormous. I don't know, that's about the, I think it's about the right size. At least I think it's the same size on the map anyways. Yeah, this is really tiny. Got the tiniest rock right next to the biggest rock. It's such a huge difference. Uh, I need to make 2 of these, so let's push this over 1. Oh, that's good. See you later, MHL. Yeah, I'll probably be on later. Ah, shit, I forgot to name the materials. I mean, I could name them here, but that's really lazy. Well, I guess I'll just name them twice. That'd be faster than reappending all of them. Fuck. Wait, why does it create it if it's not... Ugh. Here we go. Kill this, get a different image. Oops. Big root mat. Folder. Mat. This is Big Rock. Okay. Give it a mess. Oh, let me get the. No, not that. Hoodoo. This is a hoodoo rock. It is a hoodoo rock map. A little root map. There you go. So these are all the nature objects for the map. It's not a lot, but with just these alone, you can do a lot with these. With just this few assets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not even 10. You can make a lot with just this. I mean, I got more that are not nature objects. I got some like civilization objects too, so military objects. And it quickly multiplies the aesthetic. Yo, thank you. So with that said, check the time here. No, we got plenty of time. We got 2 hours. I'm going to go in. I guess I don't have to do it now. I could just do that off stream. We'll just do that off stream. So when the stream's over, I'm going to go back into the individual files and then rename these the materials for all these because just for organization's sake, it bothers me that their materials aren't properly named. I was lazy, or I forgot. Whatever. One of them. Just open up the text message real quick. I think. Yeah, this ain't even an actual texture, is it? Now it has a merge layers here, but I don't think that's that's not connected. None of these are connected. I'll delete this. So we'll hit save. So they don't actually have a real material on these. So I should probably make that. Right now they're stuck in paint mode. They don't actually have a material. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. Should I just... I don't know. I'll just, we're gonna do it just in case. We're gonna delete these, and we're just gonna make a new material. actually, I don't have to save and open it back up, so it deletes. Yeah, we gotta delete all of these, and then I gotta reload the file. Well, I could try deleting it manually. That you could do that now. Let me see if I can delete it manually. Should be a blend file, materials. Here we go. All the ones with zeros we gotta delete, because that means it has no users. I don't know who's using bland material. There we go. I deleted them. Cool. They're gone now. Who the hell is using material? Just delete it. I don't know who's using it, but we're going to delete it. I'm going to hit save. Before I forget, I got to add the -col to all the objects except the grass. Oh, and the ground rock. That doesn't need it. Oops. There we go. There we go. Plant plane. We're going to rename this because it's an actual asset now. We're just going to call it grass A. I'm going to call this grass B. It is a plant, like, don't get me wrong, it is a plant plane, like, from the plant plane project, but for the sake of the asset library, it needs its own name. And, this isn't just a mesh. This is going to come with an armature and animations, so, grass as, we do A01 asset. So I don't want to do AA, that looks terrible. Don't really want to do grass asset A either, that's confusing. I could do 001, 002, but that's also confusing. Because these are just meshes with collision. These are a little more complicated. It comes with armature. What do I use as rig? I remember in my file system I have some things that's listed as a rig. Might be the players. Yeah, rigs. And then the file is an asset file. Although I guess everything's an asset file. It's kind of an oxymoron. Maybe we just do rig. And then get this mesh. And this would be grass rig. The rig would be kind of like the file type. So it would be plant armature A, B, and grass A rig, mesh B rig. I mean, so that works. It's a little sloppy, but it does work. I don't know. I think I like the designation at the end. That looks terrible. So in addition to its type, its object type, rig, it's going to have a third thing, identifier at the end for variance. And this is canyon grass. Canyon. Just to further distinguish it from other levels. There we go. And then we got the plant armature A, B, could do canyon grass armature A. I think I'll do that. Armature A. Actually, no, now I think about it, I should do. I got this backwards. This should be the rig. Canyon grass rig A. And then this is just canyon grass mesh A, because it is a mesh. This is the actual rig. Alright, there, we got the stupid naming convention out of the way. I think that's how I'll do it from now on, because it just makes more sense that way. Because rig is a lot easier to type than armature. It's so much shorter. It's nice. But since it has every single file type, it has a texture, animation, rig, and mesh. When we export the GLB, we'll refer to it as an asset because it has all of the above mentioned properties. Even though technically everything's an asset. I just think it's convenient to know, like, hey, this has all the data on its own. Just to signify the complexity of the thing. This does not get a collision. This does. Bam. Alright, almost done. Save. New. This will be link campus net. We will grab ourselves a texture. We're going to get the actually completed one. When you export it, it exports with the texture, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it does. I don't think it matters because the Blender is going to be the one that exports the entire model. It should be fine. We'll worry when we get there. We'll worry about it. I'm basically just concerned about the location of the texture because it's getting it from the actual project folder, not the asset folder that the game is going to use. But I think it'll make a copy anyways, so it should be fine. If not, I'll just move it over manually. Favorite material. I just want like bland. I don't want this to specular. Here it is. This is what we're looking for. Yeah, I think we're good on that. Next. Now, should just be bolder. Here. Simple. I swear, it looks like there's still some shininess on it. I can't tell if that's just my brain tricking me. What? Ah, okay. It's whatever this IOR is. Yeah, we want that at 1. Now the alpha shadows are pretty cool. It's not rendering the alpha. That's cool. There we go. That's done. I don't even need to mess with the other settings. Just make whatever this IOR is. Just make it 1. It seems to fix it. Ground rock material. I'll just stick the regular default one. Alright, it's applied. Actually, I could just duplicate this and think about it. I could have ground rock A, B, and C. So ground rock mat A. Yeah, I'll do ground rock mesh A, and then we're going to copy this 3 times. That way I get all 3 colors. This one will be B. Just make this, make a new one. Get the red one. One done. And then we gotta get the green one. So delete this. New ground rock material C. Image texture. Open. Get the green one. This one. 1, go up to here, background.mesh C. And now I got all 3 of my pebbles. Do rock material image texture. It's on 1. Open. So we have 2 versions. We actually have the pink one, the red one. I'm gonna go with the red one. The pink one's pretty cool though. Little root material. And then there we go. Everything is done. We got our textures, we got our names. Now we can start adding them to the asset library, and then we can start painting. All right. We switch this back to Fueler. Now we can start adding to the thing. So we'll go to right click, markers asset, right click, markers asset. I'm not sure how this works. Oh yeah, it's one whole thing. Yeah, it's attached, so this should work. Markers asset, markers asset. We can test it too. That did not work. Son of a bitch. Damn it. Alright, I don't know how to do this. Dang. I mean, it's parented. I don't understand what the issue is here. It's got the modifier. Maybe I gotta do it in reverse order. Oh, well, we'll clear it then. Jeez, you freaking whiny baby. Did not work. Alright, I don't know why that's not working. We're gonna have to look it up. Oh, you can mark a whole collection as an asset? So I'll make a sub collection, I guess. We'll just call it grass. What's this called? Grass A. And canyon grass A. Make a new canyon grass C. And we'll take this, move that into there. I'm assuming this is how you do it. I don't know. Actually, let's clear this one more time. Well, I just get it empty. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. That's not helpful at all. Does this mesh not count as anything? Maybe I should just save and open the file again. Nothing. It loaded the collection too. That's kind of weird. This worked for sure. Yeah, it worked just fine. Google -AI Blender rig asset only shows furniture map. Asset library mesh doesn't show up with furniture. Is it because they're parented? I feel like the parenting would help. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're parented. Yes. Well, I cleared the parent. That doesn't seem like it did anything. There we go. That's alright. We separated it. How about now? Alright, well I got the mesh this time, but not the armature. What if, hypothetically, we take this. Here. Now they're separate. They're separate, but they're both in the collection. So if I add this, hang on, we're going to clear this. Mark as assets. Hey, there we go. That worked. Its origin point's all screwed up, but it worked. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna hit save because I am a compulsory saver. And does it always come with a whole collection? Because that's a lot of collections for a single map. Just keep making more collections every time I do that. Oh my god, it's not I don't like that at all. I mean, it works, but I don't like it. Yeah, saving is always a good thing. I agree. Can I combine these two together? Somehow, mark as a, can I like do like a combine? Nope. Blender, how to add rig model as asset in asset library. Oh, link? How do you do that? Set the import method to link instead of default. There's a whole video for it. Alright, let's open that in a new tab. Make library override on selected content. How do you do that? Put your character rig and models in the collection. Okay, I got that. Save in library. Okay. Set the import method to link instead of default. Import and scene. Make library override on. I don't know what a library override is, but this is pretty cool. Alright, well, so that's kind of the correct way to do it. Are there any other options I'm missing in here? It's got the correct preview. Only problem is I screwed up. The origin point needs to be directly underneath this, so that needs to be there before I do that. So now I can add it. So I can select this, and now I can mark it as an asset. So it should be, the origin point should be fixed. Well, I thought it was. Never fucking mind. Jeez. Okay, I know what it is. It needs to be at the frame 0. It's got to be at world origin. I think that's the problem. Yeah, it's got to be here. Yeah, they're still in there, so we'll create a market asset. Oh, hang on, we gotta delete this first. Alright, now. Market asset. Yeah, I fixed it. I should be able to move this back, hypothetically. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, no, it's permanent. Shit. Well, I have to leave it in the middle. I don't have a choice. So I'll just have to hide it. Object, clear. Should be your parent. It's clear parent, keep transform. Selection. So here, where is asset? That's done. Where's asset? Where's asset? Where's asset? Where's asset? Where's asset? So all of our objects are done and ready to go. They're really shiny. I don't know why. They're shiny. I disabled the specular. It's kind of weird. They're not shiny in render mode either. It's using, the previewer is using some sort of weird. Yeah, because they don't look anything. I mean, if I up the specular, they look like that. But the current material doesn't have that. Doesn't have that setting. Alright, the asset thing should be done. Close that out. Now, I just need to change something real quick. I need to move my audio thing. And that should work. I'm just going to go to, I think it's preferences. Can I like load, is there a way? Oh, libraries. Current user library. I'm not sure how this works. Nice current file, I guess. I don't fucking know. Link. Link from a library. Dot link file. Okay, we'll try that. Oops. Well, that didn't work. No, I thought that would work. That didn't work. I don't know what that's for. I know that there's the other way to do it, but that's, I hate doing it this way. File path. These are like the user library. It's like I don't want to do that. If this was like per scene and not, I hate how it's like permanent. It bothers me. I don't like how permanent it is. Where's the .blend file? Am I crazy? Oh, it's just a path. It doesn't actually care. Okay, yeah, I think it just wants a path. Which would be objects, nature, blood canyon. That should work. I think it's a link. I want to look this up really quick. Oh, that's pretty cool. Later changes to the answer will be reflected in all files that link it. So if I make any changes, it'll update all of them. Alright, that's pretty cool. I like that. I guess we'll hit save and reload. I don't know, fuck it. Should be Blender, maps, and then Alright. Ah, shit, my headphones. Hey, there we go. Ah, shit, I gotta share screen. Ah, why do I keep minimizing this damn thing? There we go. It's pretty cool. They went like a current file, it's empty, and then just right down here is Blood Canyon. Boom! There they all are. So now, hopefully it actually works. It should put it in the map because it's no longer whatever this is. Let me delete this. I think the question is, do I want to parent all of these objects to the map? I don't think it matters. I'm not going to worry about it. Now we'll start the cactus, make sure this works. Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Why did it phase through the map? Aww. Is it because I used link mode? God damn it. Link mode sucks. I can't change it. It's read only. Alright, never mind. That's pointless. I don't know why they told me to do that. No! Alright, we're back. I don't know what happened. OBS disconnected, but we're back. If y'all missed it, I switched from link mode to reuse mode. Hide the tools. Yeah, it should plumb. Yeah, it puts it almost exactly where I want. The only thing I have to do is just lower it down. Control the rotation. There. Unfortunately, I won't be able to have that cool effect where the dust gets on the cactus, but it's fine. Now, if you're tired, don't worry, you don't got a comment. If you're tired, like, the whole point is you can just relax and listen. Nobody has to say nothing if they don't want to. Right now, I'm channeling my inner Bob Ross right now. This is just painting objects on this map. It's gonna be great. I'm curious how this grass works. Interesting. It just kind of goes wherever it feels like it. Well, that's unfortunate. Thank you. Well, I guess I can just put it on the floor myself. It's not that difficult. The scale on this is too big. This should be about half the size that it actually is. It's tall grass, but it's it should be about the same size as this cactus. Go ahead and delete that. We're going to delete all the canyon grass, actually. I think I'm going to have to make a tool script for the map. And I'm going to have to add an armature through the, so I'm going to have to get the, oh, well, actually there's a problem with that too, because the animations won't work. For some reason, if you import your armature and mesh separately, the animations don't function correctly. I don't know why. There's like a really convoluted way around it. It's like there's a downside, there's a con to each method, and it's kind of maddening, to be honest. Like, this isn't bad. Like, I like this more than Godot, but at the same time, there's some problems that I'm probably gonna have to fix with a tool script. So I'm gonna have to write this down. Um, I'd have to figure out how to attach an armature in Godot and have its animations play correctly, despite not having an armature. I think the only way to do that is to export the animations as a resource file and then somehow get the skill. I don't know, that would require some work. The grass. That's if I make it a separate object. Although if I make the prefab bigger, because right now it's just like one grass, I need to make 2 more grass assets that are like a cluster for both of these, like 5 or 6. We'll just do 5. That way I can cover more area. And that would get around the quantity issue. Also, it solves the problem of the tool script. If I do it in Blender, I don't have to worry about animation problems or nothing. It would just work. However, it will have some collision problems because I want to add ragdoll physics, and there's going to be a lot of different grasses. There's going to be a bunch of them. There's going to be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, there's going to be like 100 grass objects, 100 grass nodes. And I don't really want to go to each node to enable rigid body physics. So, It's so close to being perfect. It bothers the hell out of me. Because the way I'm doing grass would be pretty cool. It would look cool. Like anytime you touch it, it would like wiggle all like realistically and stuff. It'd be fun. And the enemies would trigger it too, and that would be pretty creepy. So right now, the only problem is the grass and how it is going to be imported. It's not going to have. It's going to have everything it needs except the rigid body. But I mean, it has bones in it already. Hang on, I want to test something. Can you do? I think you have to have a physical bone simulator. Okay, so yeah, it does need a physical bone 3D node. which I could do that automatically, but I'd have to do it for, just have to make a tool script. There's no way around it. I have to make a tool script. I have to do create skeleton, and it's going to be a tool script. And I have to search through, actually, an easy way to do this would be to make a special parent specifically for all the grass. So we'll just call it the grass parent. Or maybe, or the interactable parent, some sort of node. Give it a name and make sure all the grass goes inside that node. Then in Godot, I can attach a script to that node. It will get every single child node, press a button, create physical skeleton, and make sure and actually it puts the settings in there too. So that should work. We'll do it that way. I still gotta fix the scale issue on the grass. It's too big. So that should be easy. All I should have to do is just go into the asset folder, and it should update accordingly. So I'll do that real quick. I'm gonna go to, what's going on here? Blender, oops. Blender, objects, nature, Blood Canyon, open up the library. I'll make the other assets while I'm here, and I'll get this on screen too, I might as well. There we go. So, we're going to clear these because I got to fix the scale. We're going to remove them. Go down here. That's grass rig A, we don't want that. A, we don't want that. We want this one. So we're going to take scale 0.5. That one's done. Actually, we're just going to head and hit apply all transforms, and we're just going to double check. So now this is its actual size and not point, like the data's been normalized. Just to prevent some errors. And it still bends. So we're good on that. Now I gotta go to object mode. We're gonna take copy this. We're gonna put it over here somewhere. We'll just do -5. We're gonna hide the other grass. We're gonna do the same thing for this. Scale 0.5. Object. Apply all transforms. Control I. We're going to make sure this works. Okay, it still works. We're going to make a copy of this as well. We can get into object mode. Jesus Christ. We're going to do -6 to keep it away from the other one. Unhide. We're going to create another collection. We're going to call this Canyon Grass Cluster A. Duplicate this. We're going to call this 1B. 1B. Go. We'll take this. We're going to move this into Canyon Grass Cluster A. I'm going to change the name to this as A Canyon Grass Rig A Canyon Grass Rig Cluster A0. This will be the same thing. This will be mesh cluster A0. We're going to have 5 of these, and we're going to move it into its own area. I'll say this corner over here, up here, or maybe down here. Nah, we'll do it over here in this corner. -4, -10. Oh shit! I don't think it works that way. That's right, it doesn't work that way. Fuck. It has to be from the origin point. Never mind, hang on. Can I parent this in reverse order? Would that work? Fucking goddamn it. Okay, you can parent in reverse order. What happens if I try to animate? It still works. That's strange. What happens if I try to mark this as an asset? Nothing. What happens if I try to mark both as an asset? You get it? It just gives me two different things. Alright. I'm curious why a collection can't, like, do the thing. I mean, it kind of can, but not very well. Alright, so far, there's only two disadvantages to doing this. Number one disadvantage, cannot accurately paint multiple objects. Number two, cannot import with rigid or ragdoll bones. Exclusively extra difficult. For mapping too many instances of same requires full script to create simulator. Godot and Blender mapping times. Godot has a much higher list though. It's basically unusable decals, really low quality decals. Um, it's got a slower object placement in regards to finding your objects in a list, because like you got to open up every single asset folder for each object. And unless I change my structure, my asset structure, the way the folders work. So like all the scene files, I move them out into a main folder. So the nature Blood Canyon, when you open up Blood Canyon, it's going to have a list of all the scene files for each individual object, and then all their asset folders are separate. That would be a little quicker. Um, Blender still beats that. Blender still beats that, because that's about as quick as you can get it in Godot without it being an unorganized mess. Um, so it beats Godot in regards to individual placements. It beats Godot in regards to mesh collisions, because you can, although technically this is an advantage Godot has, but it gave it away to Blender. So the auto import settings allows you to skip a step by automatically adding collision, so you don't have to import it and then add your collisions. That saves some time there. There's more time saved building the map in Blender, despite these two major downsides. Well, actually, the create physical skeleton one's not too bad. It's going to be inaccurate, though. It's going to need some scaling changes. But that's fine. I have that solved. The only thing I can't really do in Blender is multiple objects, which is annoying, but whatever. Um, I'm tempted to have the grass be just a regular object with no import settings. Because if I gotta build the ragdoll physics anyways, I might as well just add, because the tool script is gonna find all the children anyways. I can have the tool script add the skeleton to all the children objects, and then just add the animation player and add all that. I'd have it do all that, but that's extra work. I think that would take more time, but it'd be more fun to place the grass would be more fun to put down on the ground. Um, hmm. What's up, Justin? Yeah, it's early. Actually, I'll rename them after I pick places. That would make more sense. So here. Alright, so we got our grass cluster A is done. Now we just gotta rename these. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's done. And now I just gotta pop them open. Hell yeah, get that money. Yeah. I think I need to reverse this actually. No, alright, fine. We'll just clear all the parenting and redo it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It actually made it easier to name it though. It's kind of funny. I think I will do that again. That was unintentionally helpful. I'm going to do that again. So this is ready. We're going to mark this as an asset. Should be a big old cluster of grass. Perfect. That works great. We'll hide that. Grass B. We're going to have a copy of this. Shift D. Move it to B. Grass A. Turn that back on. Just make sure this is parented correctly. It's not. That's done. Oh wait, we gotta make this a parent too. Where's asset? It's because it's hidden? Oh, it's already an asset. We're gonna clear it and remark it just in case. I gotta make another cluster with the rocks, the pebbles. So we'll have the individual pebbles, and then I'm gonna make a cluster of like 8 or 9 for each of them. We're almost done. There's a lot of setup to making maps. If you want to make them quickly, you gotta get all your tools and parts ready, nice and organized. So we got 40 minutes. I'll probably I mean, I did a little map making today. But once this is done, I can really bang it out. And then we'll mark this as an asset. That's done. Cluster A. Actually, we can just duplicate that now I think about it. So we'll delete this. Because it's the same fucking thing. I just gotta rename it. We'll just call this B. And we're just gonna swap the materials out. This will be B01, B02, and we're just gonna copy this whole thing. Open this up, and we're gonna do something here. This is gonna be B01. We're gonna copy the whole thing. Oops, I forgot to number it. Oops. Getting ahead of myself. And there we go. So now they're unique. All I gotta do now is before I mark it, I gotta go in here and I gotta swap out the materials for grass material 2. There we go. So that is done. Now we can mark this as an asset. Now we can do the boulders. We can hide these because they're silly. So now, since this has no armature, I'm not sure how this is going to work. We're going to test some things here. So we're going to take these 3. We're going to create a new collection, I guess, maybe. Is that how you do that? So I know I could combine their meshes together into a single object, which wouldn't work. Alright, sorry, but I went quiet for there for a second. I guess we'll just make a new collection. I don't know. Test. And we're just gonna take, and we're just gonna move these in a random spot. Right there. Right there. We'll take these three. We're gonna move them into test. And we'll mark as an asset. So it has the same problem. For some reason, it wants to go. It always wants to use that origin point. If I mark all three as an asset, that won't do anything. It just makes three different assets. Yeah, see, it just made three extra ones. I forgot when I made it, but it's probably last year. It's either 2024 or 2025 for all of this. License? I don't even know what that means. Oh, we just put one. Is that what my DeviantArt says? What the fuck is this? Oh, it's a collection pack? Wait, is my mod in here? I think my mod is in here. This is kind of off topic. I'm sorry, everybody. No, it's not in here. I don't see it. Oh, it is. They're holy shit. My game pack. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's two mods I've had put inside a mod pack. Where's my Deviant? Alright, we're just gonna go to DeviantArt at this point. Find ModTyrant. Okay, so ModTyrant 1. This has the original ModTyrant name. I'm not seeing like change on this. It all looks. It's just ModTyrant. Oh, there we go. Yep, it's just ModTyrant. Okay. But it doesn't matter. And I will close that out. So ModTyrant, license. I guess we'll just do ModTyrant because that's my deviant. We'll do author ModTyrant. And copyright ModTyrant. License. I don't know, CC and SA, I guess. Author. Yeah, that's what I get for fucking up the security on my original Google account. My new Google account is ModTyrant1, so that's all screwed up. So there is the only way to add this as a prefab would be to use it as the same way as the grass, essentially, which is fine. It's annoying, but I'm gonna live with it. I gotta make some tools after I finish this game, or if I finish it quickly. I got to add mapping tools, or at least maybe if I can make enough money, I'll buy some mapping tools. Yeah, I didn't take nothing seriously back then. I was a minor. I was just goofing off. I didn't take care of any of my good shit. We're gonna have to move these down one rank just so I can get these into the correct position. Copy this, selection of cursor. We're going to have to rename this and put it in a new collection. New collection is going to be round rock cluster. Yeah. I mean, it happens. I mean, I was really good on like security and stuff. I forgot my password. My password was so good, I forgot it. I couldn't get back into it. Google wouldn't let me. Like the other options I had, I think because I lost my phone, so it's like the code, the security code couldn't go back to that phone because it didn't have that number anymore. And it's just, but I didn't use it because at the time I was using Yahoo, and then Yahoo screwed me over because my original ModTyrant account email was Yahoo, not Gmail. So I lost both of them, which is annoying. Maybe I can like pay Google at some point and get it back. I don't know. Yahoo, I don't know what I'm gonna do about them. They made me so upset. That's what yeah, it is. It's super old school. That was my email for years and years and years. My Discord account uses my fucking Yahoo email that I can't access anymore. So I have a backup Discord just because of that. If I disappear off of Discord, it's because Yahoo. I can't. The emails associated with the account. There's nothing I can do. I have I have another Discord that's the same thing. It's just Gmail instead. Yeah, but the problem is every time I try to change it, it's like go to your Yahoo email to confirm the change. I can't go to my Yahoo email. That's probably gone now. They were trying, so I had the backup account for it. It would send a confirmation code to my backup account, but apparently that wasn't good enough. They want me to call support, and that costs money. And it's like, what the hell? Why did I have a backup account? What was the point of that if I got to pay money to get back in? Yeah, at least in regards to my account, yeah. I was in a bad spot back then. My everything was fucked up back then. I was struggling with all sorts of things back then. I was struggling with my personal work ethic for how I improve my skill, and that was back when I was fighting textures, and I was having issues with textures. Yeah, a lot of work, a lot of stress, but I got through it. Yeah, it was pretty rough. That was a rough time in my life. It was a growing thing. Cluster A is done. Now I just gotta duplicate this twice and then change the textures out. This will be B. Oops. Copy that. Just go and change the numbers. Shit. hope that's the same order. That's probably not. I screwed up. We're just gonna delete it. Wait, why did the numbers change? Oh, god damn it. I forgot if you delete a collection, it doesn't delete the objects. Yeah, let's do it again, I guess. Fuck it. Alright, that's done. Oh, my shin. Ow. Stretch. It's stretch time. Oh. What are we looking at? 15 minutes. We got time. We got time. I think I'll do the grass. That'll be the last. The grass and the ground rocks will be the last thing I do. I gotta get all the bigger objects onto the map. Now, see, everything is marked as an asset except these. So we'll change the B textures to B. So like a copy to selected. There we go. That's mat A. Mat B. No! Copy material to. There we go. That did it. There we go. We got our assets. Let's do a little test to make sure this works. Save. Alright, so we got our boulders, we got our grass. That should be everything. Close that out. Did it update? Doesn't look like it updated. So what we'll do is we'll just, oh, there's a refresh button. Hey, refresh button works. Sweet. Alright. grass. Test the grass real quick. Make sure that's the correct. That's the wrong rotation. What happened? Oh. Oh, that's a problem. We gotta fix that. Also, the little root is bigger than the big root, so we're gonna have to fix that as well. Delete those. Yeah, 1.5 should do it. That's fine. And then this thing needs to be scaled down to about 0.75. Yeah, I had fun making them. They're great. They look really nice. They're fun to paint. They're fun to make. Oh shit, where's the armature? Oh, there it is. Alright, so we will, just gonna clear this because something's wrong here. We're just gonna clear the asset and we'll redo it. Did I change the scale on this? Yeah, it seems fine. Mark as asset. Okay, it looks like it's fixed now. Save, close, reload. Alright, what's going on? Alright, something's wrong here. We're gonna hit save, we're gonna close this out. We're just gonna reset the whole damn map, because clearly something's wrong. What is going on? What the you know what? Fuck this. I ain't playing around anymore. I'm fixing this. I'm gonna just delete it and remake it. Because we know grass B works, so we're just gonna copy that, and then we'll do that. Because today's cursed. At this point, I'm just gonna delete it. Candy grass A can fuck off. Take, I don't know what is this? Go away. I don't know what that is. Cluster A, cluster B, we're good. Take this, duplicate the collection. I'm gonna put this at the top. I'm gonna call it A. And A and A. Now, hide this, go to this, change the material, and then that should fix the problem. Save, mark as asset, there. Works in here at least. All right. There we go. The grass works now. We're good. With the big root. this here. Get the root that goes here. Perfect. Perfect. Need some more cactuses. We can put one here. Right, so that one's done. Root over here. Change. We're gonna make this one upside down. There. It's here. But yeah, this is a lot more peaceful than WOAH. This is so much faster. Now, I have no clue how easy this is going to export. It's going to have so many models and information that I don't know if this is exportable or not. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but it's going to take a while, that's for sure. It's a whole ass map. That's done. It's not going to be exactly the same as it used to be, but it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah. As long as I'm happy with it. I agree. It's going to be in stages, though. Right now, I'm just doing the nature objects, and in the next stream, I'm going to do the tar objects. That'll be like the bridges and the walls and stuff like that, the tents. Building the second level is going to be pretty fun. It's going to be weird, but fun. Alright, that should be good for that. So now we do the boulders. It's boulder time. So we're going to go down here. Start putting boulders down. Do I still have that glitch in here? I think I do. Yep. What's going on? Oh shit, that is too big. It needs to be 0.25? Shit, I made that too big. Alright, so I can fix that, that's fine. Save. Anyway. Let's do 0.30 just in case. There we go. I need to make a better maze down here. I don't like how easy the maze is. It's just a zigzag. I'm going to make a better maze. And then we want a broken hoodoo down here. The ledge on the map was actually just a hoodoo rock that I just rotated. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Right here. I just been mapping for a long time. I made a lot of maps in my days, like at least 1,000 across different games. I made like 20 in Glass. I made like 10 in Dawn of War. I made like 20 in Time Splitters. I made 3 in Halo. I made a couple Doom maps. Oh, Neverwhere Nights, I've made hundreds of things in Neverwhere Nights. I think what I'll do is instead of putting a ledge there, I'll ledge here. Actually, what I'm gonna do, can I go to the map? Oh, well, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. We're just going to zoom into this real close. Ah. Damn. Alright, I give up. We're just gonna have to clear the map out. I can't see shit. So what was that? There was an option to hide stuff. What was it? Yo! Thank you, Spears. Damn it. I forgot how to hide mesh. It's been a while. Oh, my knee itches. I'll just brute force it for right now. Fuck it. I'm just gonna brute force it. I need to make this. I think, isn't it just like clipping? I think it's just a clip modifier, isn't it? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Isn't that just, or maybe just be a setting in here and I think about it. Fuck! I forgot how. So if it clipped, I could just see it. The wall wouldn't be there. Hang on. Robert on a whim? Robert on a whim. I just call you Robert. Hey, what's up, Robert? I'm making a video game. Right now, I'm working on the map. No, it's gonna be a third person shooter. Oh, backface pulling. That's right, backface pulling. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm assuming like physics and stuff like that. Wait, so it's just a solid object? Oh, okay, I get you now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Frick. I got it. I found the setting. It will drop down to a voice. I'm using AI to program it. Don't ask me. Huh? I wouldn't use AI if I were you, because that kind of just defeats the purpose of doing it in the first place, I feel. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be pretty easy to program in general. You could easily find a tutorial for that. But the more you code yourself, the more you learn. Yeah, Blender's an art program. That's like just it's like GIMP or Paint.net, Adobe. It's if you're good with real life art, that translates over to Blender. Of course, Blender's also I believe Blender's also for beginners too. Like a beginner can totally use this as long as they don't overwhelm themselves. I highly doubt that. I'm not a big fan of Claudebot. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but my channel and my art is like staunchly anti-AI. I don't like if y'all want to use it, that's fine, but that's just not for me. I'm not big on AI. I mean, I didn't use AI, and I'm like pretty far ahead. I'm pretty sure the game's gonna be done next year. I'm hoping this year. But I've not used any AI. Everything I do was done by uh, art applications and just standard coding. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if that's your dream, hell yeah, good for it. Good for you. but I'm not. The game industry is really screwed up. Yeah, yeah, IK rigs. I do that all the time. I actually have a free asset called the BCS 01 all the way to 3 on Turbo Squid for ModTyrant or from ModTyrant. It's free and it comes with a bunch of different characters you can customize. They're all rigged. Uh, they're currently not using. I don't think they're using IKs. They might be. I think the characters with tails are using IKs. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it uses IKs. But I have made IKs in the past. This game uses IKs. My more advanced models use IKs. I'm gonna double check BC. It's free, by the way. All my everything I make is free. Let me go look this up because I can't remember because the first version was not IKs. It was standard. This is a standard armature. It's been forever since I looked at it. I'll pop it up on stream so y'all can see it again, I guess. Why not? That's the wrong one. There we go. Pretty sure this uses IK. Oh yeah, this uses IKs, definitely. It's got everything. It's got copy, yeah, it's got everything. However, there's a lot of stuff here. We gotta hide. There's just too many characters here. We gotta hide them. There's a lot of characters here. Shrink engine. Bloody scouts. Character attachments. I'm assuming the scout is using a spear. Oh, it's using a spear and a longsword, it looks like. Dagger. There we go. That requires animation. So an IK doesn't do it for you. The IK, all it does is it simulates realistic movement, but you still have to animate it by hand, like stop motion. Your other option would be, a more expensive option would be to use like a mocap option, so the IK would match your mocap. So like whatever you do in real life as you're recording, the armature would follow it. That's more expensive though. There's well that yeah a rig. So an animation is separate from a rig. So a rig with an IK, it doesn't come. Yeah, non-human rig. That's fine, but they don't come with animations. Not all of them. Some of them do, but you got to make your own animations. If you're lucky, you might be able to find an asset that already does that. But my free armature with all the models and stuff, they're fully rigged. They're just not animated. If you want to make your own animations, you can. It comes with free poses, so you can pose your characters with the free poses it comes with, but there are no animations. You'd have to make them yourself. I plan on making some basic animations at some point when I get around to it. Yes, because it's basically the same skeletal structure. It's slightly different, but yeah, you could. You might have to move the hip joint around, like the bones on the hips might have to be rearranged, but you could. Armatures are pretty flexible, so if you move the bones around, it changes the origin point, which affects how the mesh moves. So you could easily take a human armature and do all sorts of stuff with it. I mean, you can build a specific armature specifically for a model, exactly, but it's not mandatory. You don't have to do that. You can modify an armature. And you'd have to define breaking, because some people who are perfectionists, they'll be like, oh, you broke it, it's not perfect. So it would define how you break it, because there's no such thing in Blender. When you modify something, you're not actually breaking it. All you're doing is creating a paint stroke, essentially. When you modify and move bones around, you're not actually breaking it. All you're doing is just changing it. Now, the outcome might not be the desired outcome, but that doesn't mean you broke it. It's no different than taking a pre-existing asset like a picture and then modifying it with a paintbrush. I recommend you look up a Blender tutorial and make the monster yourself, because you'd learn a lot from it. Exactly what Spears just said. Let me see the time on this. We got, what, 3 hours? Oh, wow, this is approaching 4 hours. Actually, I gotta go. I gotta get some food, because I gotta start a game stream soon. I also need to pee. So y'all have a good night. I will see you in the next stream if you're on. I'll be in a couple hours, maybe an hour, hour and a half. Bye!